Hello and welcome to the Esteemed Life Network. Today we are going to be talking about a very important topic, and that is self care. How well do you take care of yourself? Well, during this time of increased uncertainty and rapid change in the world as a result of the pandemic, a lot of people are unable to take care of themselves. Be reminded that you are not alone. We are in this together, and there are strategies, there are coping skills we can adopt at this time. And again, whether you're struggling with self isolation, financial crisis, anxiety, fear, depression, whatever it is, struggling with, the fear of the aftermath of COVID-19. The most important thing to do at this point in time is to devise practices to begin to be more aware about steps to take care of your physical health and your mental health. Self care is a way of building resilience towards the stressors of life that we cannot even eliminate. So, some people actually view self care as a luxury, but in reality, self care should be a priority. We should prioritize it. Yes, we should prioritize our self care practice. It should be a consistent practice that we actually adhere to, because we are very, very important. And for us to be able to function efficiently, for us to be able to enjoy a better life, we need to be more aware, be more mindful of how well we take care of ourselves, our mental health, our psychological well-being, and our emotional health. All these are very, very important. There are different areas to focus on when we talk about self-care. We could, talk about the physical health. What do you fuel your body with? Do you engage more in physical exercise? Physical exercise could be different things, movement, it could be dancing, it could be just anything that would make you feel energized. What do you fuel your body with? Remember that your body and your mind are connected. And definitely if you fuel your body with good energy, then your mind can also function efficiently well. Aside the physical health, we can also look at the mental health. Our mental health could be our mind, our thoughts, our cognitive capacity. What do you fill your mind with? What are those things you listen to? What are those things you watch? And what are those things you read? What you listen to, watch, and read could go a long way to either build or mar your cognitive capacity. So it becomes very, very important for us to be sensitive and aware of all the things we fill our mind with. Sometimes we need to detoxify our mind. Most of us, we have a lot of baggage on our mind, and this overwhelms us. So sometimes we need to like detoxify it and make sure that we feel better, we feel lighter. Again, what are those things we do to keep our mind sharp and to keep our mind, working efficiently well? We could actually engage in playing games, puzzles, in reading, in watching a movie, in engaging in conversations that could also be very, very relevant to us, or probably taking a test or a certification course in an area of interest. Yes, this can keep us, very, very alive. It can make our mind to be very sharp and healthy. Another aspect I want to talk about is the emotional health. How do you feel? We need to always check in on ourselves. Most of the times, if you ask some people, how are you? The easy answer is, I'm fine, even when they are not really fine. So, today I put it to you that check in with yourself. What exactly are you feeling? Put a name to it. So it's always very good for us to be aware of our feelings. Am I feeling well? Am I good? What kind of mood is it? I'm feeling presently. what you feel goes a long way to also affect your reactive tendencies. So remember that all these could influence our psychological well-being. And there are actually coping strategies or skills to adopt. One of it would be desist from every of the news about COVID-19. Yes, I said that. A lot of these news are not consistent. A lot of the news, there are a lot of fake news, there are a lot of news that could bring about anxiety on different platforms, the social media platform. We don't want to always listen to everything. All we just need to do is sieve it, pick out the ones that you feel is most relevant to you, and just take precautions. You don't need to always tune into the news every time, and then if you feel these will always bring about anxiety for you, you can reduce the frequency of times you listen to all these news, you watch it on social media platform, because a lot of times this brings about a lot of breakdown in our emotional well-being. Again, we need to also be mindful. So mindfulness exercise is very, very important. It could be as simple as taking in deep breaths. Sit with yourself, take a pause, take in deep breaths, or probably recall good memories of a time that made you smile, a time that you're grateful for, and recreate it again. Another thing we can do, in coping at this time is connecting with people. It's always good, to feel belonged, to feel cared for, so we can easily connect with our friends or our support persons, maybe our family members. Connect with them on phone, make sure you check on them, and just reach out to somebody. Again, many of us have a lot on our mind. We want to talk, you want to express your feelings. You don't need to suppress it. Look for a listening ear. It could be a friend that you trust, or probably a professional counselor. You need to always express yourself by talking about it. Talk about how you feel, and that would make you feel better. And again, another way we can cope could be just relaxing, sleeping. It could be taking a warm bath. It could be sipping a cup of coffee or tea, taking a walk. All these are ways we can cope at this time. Aside this, we could also adopt the practice of journaling. Journaling is very, 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 very useful. And this helps us, to take off a lot of overwhelming thoughts from our mind. When we journal, it helps us to also organize our thoughts or our thought pattern. So journaling, I'm going to recommend that to you. It's a way to also be mindful and to check in on yourself, to take care of yourself. Again, another important thing we can do at this time could be just, relaxing, take deep breath, or grounding exercise. For me, grounding could be listening to music. I love to listen to gospel music a lot. Listening to gospel music and probably dancing along. It could be as simple as that. But the mindfulness behind it is you are actually aware that you're doing that for yourself. Many a times we forget ourselves in the service of others, but now it's all about you. Tune into yourself, reassess your needs. What are the needs, or what are your needs for self-care? And again, be reminded that self-care practice is not a one size fits all. No. You can customize your own self-care practice to suit your own needs, and our needs changes. So in case your need change, you can always reassess what your needs are and plan your self-care just to suit that need. It is very, very important for us to check in on ourselves, to reflect. Reflection is good. It is very, very important for us to adopt means of exercise, and make sure you connect with people around you and take precaution at this time. Remember that you are not alone. We are all in this together, and together we can adopt these practices to make sure we care more for ourselves. I love you all. Expect more wonderful episodes on this platform. I remain yours sincerely, Ajiboye Bolanle. Thank you for tuning in.